sometimes when we get to a place where the hips feel a little less stable, we might kind of catch the breath and catch the 𝗬𝗧 all in one sort of grippy maneuver to try to kind of force some feeling of stability. So just think of being really soft, easy, and in tune with your breath. It's always either coming in or going out, and just look for any little glitches along the way where the breath catches, or of course any part of your circle that's missing. Let's go ahead and check that out in the other direction. And as we're doing this, we might also do like a little yawn jaw stretch. Since we know the pelvis and the jaw are connected, maybe a little side-side jaw wiggle, a little underbite stretch, but still always moving the breath. Good. Okay, now find the center for a moment. Now let's do just a little tailbone kickback. So we're keeping the spine long, and I'm just pushing my tailbone as far back as I can without falling over backwards. Then I'm going to swing it back under. So feel that motion of, tailbone leading the way, spine just staying long and letting itself angle. And then let's stay back there, and we're just going to polish the back half of the cylinder. So let's come around to one hip and then reverse back around the other. So we're kind of emphasizing that back quadrant of our circle, because this moment of being tipped forward, obviously we have to really stabilize the spine as we're leaning forward like that. So let's double check that the breath keeps moving. And as we're doing this, also check out, do you have an easier side for your hip? So like for me, my right hip is super tight. I can feel some stretch over there, whereas, just so easy to go over to the left. So just see if you have a relatively easier hip. And if so, the next time you get to the easy side, let's stay over there. And then from your easy side, we're going to do this half of the circle. So we're just going to come around to the front and then through that easy hip back around to tailbone straight back. Okay, so now we're starting to, spend a little bit more time coming around the front of the circle. So both checking the breath, because now we're relatively leaning backward. We definitely have to catch and stabilize the core in that moment. But then also tune into the lumbar. Like, if we have tension in the fronts of the hips, it could be subtle, but the lumbar could just get a little bit squeezed as we try to press forward into that. So what is the amount that we can really get into the front of that circle without any squeeze into the lumbar? And the breath is moving. Nice. Okay, and next time you come around through the back, let's go ahead and take it all the way around to the other hip. And if this is a tighter hip, let's actually just go center, side, good, center. And we're kind of getting to our second half of all this, so you might just do some full circles each direction. And we're paying attention. Let's go ahead and stay to that side. And then let's go around to the front and then through that side back around to the back. And so as we've been doing, really attuned to the breath. Are there any little moments where the breath tries to catch? Especially on this tighter side, because a lot of times our excess tension comes from the brain not sensing stability, right? And when we get into that vague, I don't know where I am place for the brain, it's gonna send those grippy signals. And of course, make this as small or as none as you might need to. And then let's just finish with a little extra time around the front. So let's go front and then just pull your pelvis right back underneath your crown. And can we really feel the pubic bone leading the way in the same way that the tailbone did to the back, with the lumbar staying totally long? And then let's stay to the front and let's just go from one side to the other. And so especially as we get right to the front of that circle, what is the breath up to? What is that upper psoas up to? And then let's say we'll finish to the tighter side if we have one, and then just pick yourself up from there. And then let's find a wall for a little cat-cow. So you can just go palms to the wall, knees soft, and let's try to keep the head above the tail as we push into some curve, C-curve to the back, and then just feel that moment when everything stacks up again. So just the curve, not the arch. And then let's especially pay attention to the lumbar as we go into the curve in case there was any squeeze on it. Let's be sure we really open those lumbar vertebrae back up. And the next time we're in the curve, let's stay, let your head fall a little more heavily. And just a few really directed exhales to squeeze and scoop and hollow the navel back to the spine, further opening up that lumbar. Now, can we keep all that space between those lumbars and just relax our way up to neutral?